I knew I wanted to do physical therapy late in high school, and I had a buddy who actually came here for undergrad who really hyped up the program and talked about its competitiveness and how well of a reputation it had in the city. And definitely being able to stay in Kansas City is kind of what drew me here to Rockhurst. When comparing to other programs, I really like the way that we structure our curriculum. So we kind of build it up for a couple years in the classroom, then we take a break, which we're in right now actually with a 5-week clinical. And again, we get to take that time, learn a little bit, and then reflect on it as we come back for another semester, a full semester of classes, and then we're off on our third year, basically in clinicals the whole time. So I think that's really interesting to kind of have that one short clinical in the middle of our curriculum to kind of get a feel for what it's like in the clinic and then kind of build off of that. Our labs are really the only time we get to do anything hands-on, which is where we're going to practice the techniques and strategies and clinical reasoning that we would use in the clinic later. So the labs are really vital to our success later on in the clinic, and we also spend that time not just learning new techniques and methods, but we also role play. So role playing what the communication looks like between practitioner or clinician to patient, and just really trying to understand what that relationship looks like, how to be tactful, speaking with people, and kind of understanding where they're at. So the labs are really, really important. That's why, during the pandemic, they made it an effort to get us to come back onto campus so that we could have that lab time, because those hands-on skills are a very vital piece of what we do in physical therapy. I think we have really good rapport with our professors and our teachers here to, really build off what we're learning from one class into the next one. And it's a very open line of communication between us and the professors. I think that's really a vital component of what's going on here. And we also get a lot of time to interact with our peers, so a lot of feedback between person to person, how a technique is going, what our pressure is like, could we do more, could we do less? So really a holistic kind of feel between peers and faculty. I think it's a really good kind of relationship there. And we're in there for a really long time. Some classes are 2, 3, 4 hours. That same group all together for a prolonged period of time. You might be with the same professor, 2, 3, 4 days a week. So obviously you're building kind of a family knit with those people. And we split our labs into 25, so 25 in each group. So you're with the same students every time you're in lab. Just working with the same people, kind of feeling what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, builds a good relationship to be able to give constructive feedback and also take criticism. So I like the way we structure our labs, and it's not, the big, huge group, but we're also small enough where you can get the attention that you need, but it's also efficient, for the professors. So I would tell students who are looking to come here, just be ready to work. It's not something to be overwhelmed about, but it's definitely a challenge, definitely something you need to work at constantly. Not anything that you can't handle. I think Rockhurst does really well about choosing their applicants and who they let in, who are not only good students, but good people and good teammates. So it's nothing that you can't, handle, but definitely it's something we need to work at and something to really take pride in here. So just come ready to work.